Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today on the table we have an LMT Defender. It's a very cool AR-15. Let's get this review started. Alright, as I said, this is an LMT Defender. I have reviewed an LMT Rahe a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago now, and it was outstanding. So let's see how this direct impingement does compared to that piston version. So let's just start at the back. It does come with the basic M4 buttstock. Not a huge fan of these. They work obviously just fine, but it is kind of what it is. I'd like to upgrade these, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. It does have a sling attachment right here and right here, and it obviously is an adjustable stock like so. You do have the buffer tube here. It's kind of that light gray color, so it looks a little different from other buffer tubes. It's how you can tell typically that it's an LMT or a Knight do that also. Moving down to the castle nut, it has been staked in two places, and the staking looks great as you would expect from a company like LMT. You do have a QD mount at the back here also for a sling attachment. Very nice indeed. Moving along, they do have an LMT charging handle here on the left side. The charging handle is extended out. It is metal and things like that. I do like ambidextrous charging handles, but the one that comes with it is pretty decent. It's a lot better than the kind of standard M4 charging handle that comes on other rifles for sure. Let's go down. First we'll do the lower receiver. You do have an LMT grip here. It's kind of a rubber overmold. It's got the grooves. Some people don't like grooves. I don't mind. It does feel comfortable in the hand. I wouldn't want to change that out. It does feel pretty good, and it's got a little storage compartment at the bottom if you want to store like batteries and things like that in there. Now this is where some of the big differences come between their Mars lower and this lower here. This one is not completely ambidextrous. Now that doesn't bother me personally. It's all the configurations as standard. You've got your safety, you've got your bolt catch and release, and then you have your mag release right here. The only thing I personally like in all of my lowers is an ambi safety because I like to manipulate it with this hand. So that would be something that I would upgrade personally. Is it needed? Absolutely not. Just something as a preference for myself. I do like ambi safeties, but this one is not ambidextrous. Is one of the big differences. Is pretty much the biggest difference between the Mars lower and this lower. If you haven't seen their Mars lowers, it's completely ambi. They're really, really nice lowers, but they're very, very expensive to purchase. So moving down, you have a mil-spec trigger. It is a single stage mil-spec trigger. It comes in about 5.5 to 6 pound trigger pull. Just take the mag out. So let's check this out. You've got just a little bit of take up, just a little, and you have a very positive crisp break, and a little bit of let out, and a thunk, nice positive reset also. So it is, as I said, it is a mil-spec trigger and it works just fine. Again, nothing to write home about, but it's not too shabby at all. We do have a straight trigger guard down the bottom here. Again, personal preference, I do like the curved, but it doesn't affect anything in the slightest. You do have a slightly flared out mag well here, and it comes with a 30 round mag. This is made by OK Industries. A 30 round mag if your state allows it. So yeah, so that is the lower receiver. Moving on up, one of the things that makes LMT so kind of unique compared to other gun manufacturers for AR-15s is their monolithic upper. Yes, some other obviously brands do it, but LMT is definitely known for doing these very, very cool monolithic uppers. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's an all one piece upper receiver. Now, typically with AR-15s, you'll see like it attaches usually right here. So you'll have like a separate handguard to your upper receiver right here. And the problem with that is, I mean, it can move, and if it moves, it changes your point of impact and things like that. Monolithic uppers, all one, so it's not going to move, and your point of impact is never going to change and things like that. So really cool. Do have a full length 1913 Picatinny rail up the top here, and it's all with your T markings. You do have M-lock slots all the way around on your handguard here and some QD mounts right here for your sling. The upper receivers are very, very nice. Now, because it's made of all one piece, these are more expensive to make than having your two separate pieces. And it's made from forged aluminum, one piece, and they cut it down. So it's a very intense labor process and things like that, and that's why it's just more expensive. Now, one of the other really cool things with LMT is they have these quick detach barrels. So you have these two Torx screws right here. Take these out, you can pop the barrel out, you can put a new barrel in if you want to change the caliber, the length, or whatever you just want to do, a barrel replacement, whatever it is. Very, very, very cool. Very cool system, very easy to switch stuff out. Moving up, we have a 16-inch barrel. It is chrome lined, it's a 1-in-7 twist. LMT barrels, you know, they're accurate. You know, when I was shooting the Rehe with a very similar barrel, I was getting half MOA at 25, 50 yards, things like that. I mean, it was very, very, very accurate. So very nice barrels. And it comes with an A2 birdcage at the front right here. And it's a direct impingement, as I said at the start. So this is your gas block, and then you have your gas tube runs under here. So this is a direct impingement gun. So there's the wobble test. And so the wobble test, or the wiggle test, I like to do is between the upper and lower receiver, and to see if there's any wiggle. Absolutely no play whatsoever. The fit and finish is perfect, top notch. Now, one of the other things I do recommend when you get an AR-15 is actually checking out the bolt carrier grip. I like to say it's the heart of the gun. Some people will think the barrel's the heart of the gun, but potato, it doesn't really matter. Check out your AR-15, check out your bolt carrier grip. Check out the staking on your gas key, make sure it's good. Make sure there's no blemishes. This all looks very good, and it's MP. It's got stamped MP for MP tested. The staking looks great, so very happy, no problems. And then we'll just pull this out so you can have a quick look at that charging handle. You can see one side I said is extended, and it is metal. It's not plastic or anything like that. So definitely, they're not bad at all. I'd say they're better than what comes with typical M4s. I just like the Ambi, just a personal thing. Okay, and then you have obviously your buffer tube and your buffer system, and your buffer and your buffer spring in here, and then there's your trigger pack. Everything just kind of looks the way it should. Okay, so how is shooting it? Okay, let me just start. I am not a fanboy of any particular company. I like majority of guns, majority of companies. I don't really have a bias towards any company. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm telling you that because this is the second LMT AR-15 that I've reviewed, and I am absolutely blown away. They are top of my list along with my Knights, with my favorite AR-15s. I really, really, really like these LMTs. I've been absolutely blown away with how they fit, the function, the shooting, how they shoot and things like that. I've been super, super impressed. So this one has been no different. So again, I'm not a fanboy by any means, but I definitely respect the quality, the craftsmanship, and the work that has definitely gone into these. So anyway, so in saying all that, how was shooting? Shooting was awesome. Very flat shooting. You know, accurate, no problems. I'm about, again, you know, I'm kind of averaging about 300 rounds per review for an AR-15. It's just because the ammo is expensive, and I can't afford to shoot 1,000 rounds through every one, which I wish I could. Super impressive. I was reviewing another AR-15 made by another company, and it's a medium tier priced AR-15, and this just beat it hands down for shooting and quality and everything else. I'm not going to mention that name of that other brand at the moment, but so these are, I mean, you're going to pay for LMT, right? It's a top brand. These are going to set you back about $1,800. So do I recommend? Oh, I think I've already answered that. I freaking love LMT. Again, this is only second AR-15 of theirs I've done, but I have been absolutely blown away. And I review a lot of AR-15, so it's hard to impress me. But these are fantastic. I can't really say anything else other than that. They are fantastic. So please ask them below. I'm always happy to help out wherever I can. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it really does help me out, and I do greatly, greatly appreciate it. And that's it, folks. Until next time, I'll catch you later.